Now on post time, flag is raised. Thanks, Stuart. Just the 4 of them over 3.5 miles. Here we go. And they're off. This is the Priority Sports Marketing Solutions Handicap Chase over just shy of 3.5 miles. They begin at the start of the back straight, and it is Mercers Court who will lead them on a comparatively short run to the first of 20 fences. Mercers Court led by a couple of lengths. Surian over in second position, and he in turn is a couple of lengths in advance of the third placed horse, who at the moment is Gardener's Hill, and the back marker is Mr. Mafia. Over the open ditch they go, midway down the back straight, all safely over, and Mercers Court leads them over the mound for the first time. Out in front by a couple of lengths to Surian racing in second. Further length and a half away to the inside is the third horse, Gardener's Hill. Out wide is Mr. Mafia. Over the third, all safely over. Mr. Mafia just spent a little bit more time in the air than the other three, but not a semblance of an error. And now quite a long run before they cross over fence number 4. So it is Mercers Court who leads them into the home straight. Surian racing in second. He's only ever visited Stratford once in his life before, Surian, and that was a win here over hurdles. Then towards the inside, Gardener's Hill, looking for his third win of 2019, a winner just 6 days ago at Utoxeter, and the back marker, the dual hurdling winner here at the track, Mr. Mafia. Over the fourth, all safely over. And it continues to be Mercers Court who leads the way. And he's held around about a length and a half advantage right from flagfall. Surian racing in second as Mercers Court comes towards the water jump, takes it well in his stride. Now 2 lengths the lead over Surian in second, towards the inside Gardener's Hill in third, and out a little wider is Mr. Mafia. This will be fence number 6. Mercers Court again jumps it really well to Surian in second. On the inside, Gardener's Hill, and still last is Mr. Mafia as they go into the turn, racing out into the country on towards fences 7 and 8. Just the 4 of them, but they went to post the winners of 35 races between them under all codes as they cross over this next plain one, and the leader just got a little low and just nudged the birch. Mercers Court taking them on now towards the 8th. It will complete their jumping on the first circuit. This is the fence that for many years was an open ditch. Now it's taken as a plain fence, and they're all safely over. So it is Mercers Court. He's led them for the first circuit. Surian has always been his shadow racing in second. In third towards the inside is Gardener's Hill, and still plotting quite a wide course, Harry Stock aboard Mr. Mafia. Down the back straight for the second time. On now towards fence number 9. As they come to it, the leader is still Mercers Court. Leads there by a length and a half. Stoked into it in second, Surian, and also off the bit, Mr. Mafia just ridden into that particular fence, but he's no more than 2.5 lengths off the lead. This is the 10th, an open ditch. Mercers Court jumped that one really well. Made a beautiful shape over that, saw it on a perfect stride. So over the mound they go for the second of 3 occasions. It's Mercers Court. Surian now just beginning to move up towards his outside. There's now only 3/4 of a length between them. Only a half length then to the inside. Gardener's Hill and Mr. Mafia out wide. All safely over that. Mr. Mafia, not for the first time, just been niggled away from his fence. He's rather running snatches down the back straight this time. And it's at this point on the track that Sean Bowen has just decided to apply a little bit of moderate pressure to Bryony Frost aboard Mercers Court. He almost got alongside as they left the back straight, and it means that Bryony's just had to let out half an inch of rain and just kick on now on Mercers Court as they come down the home straight for the second time. Mercers Court keen to keep the clear lead, now approaching the first fence in the home straight, all safely over. So Mercers Court to Surian. Now Mr. Mafia moving up on the wide outside, which means Gardener's Hill has just been relegated to last. Mercers Court at the water for the second and final time, and again a pinpoint accurate leap. Just under a circuit to go with the Priority Sports Marketing Solutions Handicap Chase. Mercers Court comes towards fence number 14. Jumps it well again. To in second, Mr. Mafia now moving up on the outside of Gardener's Hill, and Surian, having pressurised the pace, leaving the back straight, has now been shuffled back to last, and he's the one now who's seriously off the bit. Entering the final mile, going now on towards the 6th fence from the finish. Mercers Court just had to get himself organised there, didn't see a great stride. Mr. Mafia towards the outside with his noseband towards the inner, that is Gardener's Hill, and now they've got a break of 2 lengths over Surrian, over the 2nd fence down the tree line, and it was Mercers Court. Once again, just niggled away only for a stride or two from the fence, Mr. Mafia, but he's right there pitching half length off the lead. Towards the inside Gardener's Hill, Richard Patrick yet to really go through the gears, and Surrian is the one who's getting tapped for toe, and he's now dropped back some 6 or 7 lengths off the leading trio, who are going now towards the 4th from home. Mercers Court and Mr. Mafia will be the first two. Mercers Court more fluent than Mr. Mafia, who got a little low. A length and a half away back to Gardener's Hill, and now there's a break of 10 lengths back to Surrian. They're quickening up as they go towards the 3rd last, the final open ditch, and once again the leader jumped it best, and the leader was Mercers Court, who takes them over the top of the mound. Mr. Mafia, and now Gardener's Hill begins to make his move. He's really let the handbrake off here, Richard Patrick, and they are simply trapping down towards 2 out. The leader now on the inside, Gardener's Hill, with Mercers Court now between horses. Mr. Mafia now dropped back to 3rd place and struggling, and is 25 lengths back to Surrian. That was a huge move taken over the mound by Richard Patrick on Gardener's Hill, but he's got a lead of 3 parts of a length to Mercers Court and Bryony Frost, who tried to kick back towards the near side. Mr. Mafia now with 2.5 lengths to find as they race down inside the final 4.5, and on the outside Mercers Court has come back alongside. Mercers Court may just have the lead. To in 2nd Gardener's Hill, back in 3rd is Mr. Mafia. They've got a half furlong to go on the flat. Near side is Mercers Court, far side is Gardener's Hill. There's a half length between them. Now it's a length, and it's going to be Mercers Court who repels them all. Mercers Court wins for Bryony Frost. In 2nd Gardener's Hill, in 3rd was Mr. Mafia.
The result of race 6. First, number 3, Mercers Court. Second, number 5. Third, number 6. And the 4th horse, number 1. The full result of the 6th race at the Priority Sports Marketing Solutions Handicap Steeplechase. First, number 3, Mercers Court. Second, number 5, Gardener's Hill. Third, number 6, Mr. Mafia. And the 4th horse, number 1, Surrian. The distances were 1.5 lengths and 3 1/4 lengths. 1.5 lengths and 3 1/4 lengths.
The starting price is first number 3, Mercers Court, 4 to 1. Second number 5, Gardener's Hill, the 13 to 8 favourite.